Something about drop it.
I told her she likes the grand entrance.
Oh, I totally tell you this stuff in the world. Because like if people look first, like don't tell them what they're going out and tell them they pull themselves. They're not reports. Okay, just wanted to make sure.
We'll call this meeting to order at 2:06 p.m. We'll all stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I do apologize for the tardy start. I respect you all's time, and I thank you all for being on time or early. The secretary will now call roll.
Mr. President, we have 4 officers, 10 legislators, 1 advisor, 2 guests. Correction, 11 legislators.
Thank you, Madam Secretary. We'll now review the minutes for the last meeting. Are there any corrections to the minutes? All right, under announcements, Part B, it says Eastern Division meeting has been canceled. That was changed, and we actually did attend Eastern Division meeting. Are there any corrections to the minutes? All right, minutes stand approved as corrected. We will now move to the approval of the agenda. Let's go ahead and look over the agenda. We will now move on with the committee reports. Yesterday, issues and concerns, Nicole, who is an amazing chair, did issues and concerns. We did a survey for issues and concerns. We got a lot of people to fill out. She created little surveys. People filled out and gave their input on things that we can do to improve the school. We will be having our issues and concern meetings on Tuesdays at 2 o'clock. I would encourage anyone who is not already in a committee, strongly vested in a committee, to join issues and concerns. This is a great way to help out the students and really do the work that SGA is here to do. Activities Committee. Mr. Vice President.
Mr. President, before I YMCA. Instead of March 25th, we actually pushed it back to April 22nd and May 6th. And it's actually been an increase in price due to pool. We have like a certain amount of people that can be in the pool per lifeguard. So we increased it to one more lifeguard, which is being like $15 an hour times 3. That's where $45 come in. We already allotted $1,200 for this event. So we may have to ask for a little bit more for it to cover the summer session if y'all gonna have one. Okay, that's all I have to say. Ms. Bo, would you stand, please?
Hello everyone, I am Carnella Fobbs, and as far as events go, as of right now, we have coming up in April the 16th, 2012, we have Animal Kingdom. On the 19th of April, Nashville Night Concert, so I hope everyone comes out. On the 23rd, we have Earth Day in Jubilee, Africa. Jubilee, Africa. And also on the 24th of April, we have the Spring Fling. We also have a cultural week coming up, but we'll give you further details on that on later dates. And we also have a family and friend day, as Mr. Vice President already mentioned. And also coming up soon, we're trying to get together an SGA day on the 28th of March, which will be served with popcorn and water. So we'll give you more details on that on later dates. Yes, that's it for announcements, so that's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Cobb. Mr. Vice President, you have anything else to add?
Yes, they mentioned trying to plan a pizza night here, April 3rd, and then another one in Spring Lake, April 5th.
And just be conscious of these days, we will be posting them, but we do need full manpower of SGA, especially on SGA Day. I think the last one we had was a tremendous success. As we can look at the room and see the new faces, people who've been working extremely diligently. Hopefully we'll get more like them, and of course, more like our senior members who work for us sitting close to me. Thank you guys so much. We will now go on to publicity. He is not here at the moment. He is working in concert with the activities, so pretty much just doing the flyers and videos for activities. Go on to scrapbook, Madam Secretary.
Mr. President, y'all know that next week is a conference and we are going to be presenting the scrapbook for competition. If anybody hasn't signed the veneer that we're actually going to put on the back of the scrapbook, and I'm going to work on it this weekend. So if anybody wants to work on it, get with me before Friday, because there's still a lot of stuff to do, but we're going to start placing the pictures in it next week. Next Monday, I'm going to have a scrapbook meeting at 12 o'clock. If you're on campus, please come help out. Please. So, thank you.
That's next Monday at 12 o'clock. This scrapbook will be presented at the N4C SGA conference. We get a chance to win.
They actually just divided last year, but this one is, I believe, the Spirit Award for N4C SGA. And I know for the, what's that one? McDowell, it's the one for the sports. I know with that one, Monica McDowell Award, as long as we place in the ping pong tournament at spring conference, we actually should win that one according to coach's calculation, because most people haven't been participating. And we participated in every single event, so we should win that one. And then, so the one that we really have to work for is the Spirit Award, which means we have to come up with this spirit competition and the scrapbook. So we really need to throw everything we have into the scrapbook. So
Yeah, so let's just help out Mary. She's doing an excellent job. You guys are doing really good.
Another thing too, I don't have pictures of everybody, and I want everybody represented, but I have a really short amount of time to get everything done. So if anybody does want their picture in, or can send it to my student email, if everybody wants to copy it down, they can shoot it to me. I can make sure you're in the scrapbook. And my student email is Sibert, S-I-B, as in boy, E-R-T, M, 4967. So I'm on the student email. Like I said, I'm gonna try to get everybody represented. We got a lot of new members, but, and just stop by on Monday to see it, because it should be almost completed. Thank you.
All right, bring FTCC budget, Mr. Treasurer.
Thank you, Mr. President. Officially, our current budget is $38,001.27 with all our outstanding programs that have passed. Motions such as spring fling, the choir, the survey, the Carolina Raptors, and there's 5 or 6 more. We currently, I project, have a balance of $10,301.27. Keep in mind, we need to keep 4,000 or so in the bank for this summer because our new budget starts in the fall. So it has to last through the summer.
Thank you, Mr. Treasurer. We'll now go on to see with unfinished business. There is no unfinished business, so we'll move to new business. Is there any new business?
Mr. President, I, Mayor Erickson, move that we allot $1,150 for spring fling on Spring Lake campus and $9,825 for spring fling on main campus for a total of $10,975. Any unused money we put back in our account.
There's a motion on the floor that reads, I, Mary Erickson, move that we allot $1,150 for spring fling on Spring Lake campus and $9,825 for spring fling on the main campus for a total of $10,975. Any monies not used will be put back into the SGA account. Is there a second? Motion has been properly seconded by Kelly. Is there any discussion that is being made on this? Any discussion? All right, we'll move this into a vote. Please raise your green cards if you are for this motion. Vote on this. Are you for this motion? Just raise your hand. Please raise your green card if you're for this motion. Red if you're against. All abstain. Motion passes. Are there any motions to be brought to the floor? Any business?
Mr. President, I, Mayor Erickson, move that we allot $600 to buy t-shirts for spring fling. Any unused money will be put back into the account.
All right, there's a motion on the floor that reads, I, Mary Erickson, move that we allot $600 to purchase t-shirts for spring fling. Any unused monies will be put back into the account. Is there a second? This motion has been properly seconded by Amber. I will move this into a 2-minute discussion. We purchased, Mary Erickson, can go ahead and clarify.
Every year we usually have the, one of our clubs is designed a t-shirt, and it's actually for their class. They get credit for it, don't they, Mr. Daniel? They get like class credit for it, they get a grade for it. And what happens is we vote on the t-shirt out of that we won't, and then we make it and we give it to all the clubs that participate in spring fling, as well as the person that made the shirt, and SGA members get it as well. And it's something that we do every year. We haven't done it yet, but we're going to go ahead and set the money aside and get it over to the business office so that we'll be able to get the shirt.
Is there any point of information to be had? Any SGA? All right, we'll take this out of the discussion. We will now put this into into a vote. Please raise your green cards if you are for this motion. Red cards if you are against. All abstain? This motion passes. Is there any new business to be brought to the floor? Any new business to be brought to the floor?
Mr. President, I'm Mayor Erickson. We've got $500 to put on a picnic for the African Children's Choir, and the unused money will be put back in the account.
There's a motion that reads, I, Mary Erickson, move that we allot $500 to put on a picnic for the African Children's Choir. Any unused monies will be put back into the SGA account. Is there a second? This has been properly seconded by Chizo. Whose name I can tell this thing. We'll move this into a 2-minute discussion if longer is needed. We'll take that as well. Sir.
Just to give you a little bit of background on this concert, I think I finally got maybe the 5th revision of the contract back, and I think this one's going to go. And so we've made some arrangements for them to have lunches from Jason's Deli each day. Got a caterer, the same caterer that does the board meetings, is going to cater their dinner before the concert, and they'll have breakfast here at the hotel. We thought it might be a really neat thing for those kids and their chaperones and for SGA to do a cookout. And SGA comes, SGA has to help, but we'll make it kind of a special night for them. Maybe invite some, I don't know if Dr. King would want to come, but or Dr. Kelly, maybe invite just a few others, and maybe the Global Education Committee, because they're kind of involved in this too. So that's kind of the reason for doing this cookout. It's kind of like a welcome to them, Fayetteville and Fayetteville Tech. So that's the reason behind it.
So does this change the cost of our initial amount that we set aside for them? Because they asked for
Originally, I mean, overall it's a wash because they, we're under obligation anywhere they go. The post is under obligation for the meals and lodging, and so this is kind of washing out what we put in the check. This is in the contract.
So does this? How much is it total? I think it was 2,500.
Approximately 5,000.
Because it was 2,500 that we asked for.
Yeah,
2,000.
Actually, I think the final amount I took the contract out here, I think it was about 23.25. So you add the 500, it's going to be about 28.25. So that's pretty good.
Is there any discussion that needs to be addressed? Any SGA member speak now for questions?
Point of information. It doesn't include the lodging and everything, transportation.
They provide their own transportation. But yes, it's all inclusive cost.
Okay.
Any other discussion? Any other discussion? All right, we'll now move this out of the debate. I'll read this one more time. I, Mary Erickson, move that we allow $500 to put on a picnic for the African Children's Choir. Any unused monies will be put back into the account. So it was properly seconded by Legislator Chizoba. Please raise your green cards for your support of this motion. Red cards if you are against. Any abstain? Motion passes. Is there any new business to be brought to the floor?
President, I, Bianca Reyes, move that SGA allot $2,300 for artists Latinas to perform Latin music for Latin America Day and Cultural Week. All monies not used will be allotted back into SGA's budget.
And there's a motion on the floor that reads, I, Bianca Reyes, move that SGA allot $2,300 for artistas Latinas to perform Latin music for Latin American Day and Cultural Week. All monies not used will be allotted back into the SGA budget. Is there a second for this motion? Motion's been properly seconded by Taylor. Please move this into a discussion. Clarify the motion, please.
Sure.